Prepare thy soul for temptation.
So the Lord is telling us that's the difference between us and church. People go to church and they say, I got dipped in water and I'm baptized and everything's good. No, this truth, when you come as truth, the fight just begins. Now it's time for you to gird yourself up. So if you're not girding yourself up, the Bible says prepare yourself because temptation is going to come.
And constantly endure.
In all things, that is the single most important thing, to endure. All of you, all of us, we only lose when we give up. You go back to the Bible and you get your strength that we're all conquerors. That's it. So if you are that right seed that's going to keep God's commandments, you're going to navigate through the Bible, do what it says to do, don't do what it says don't do, and you're going to make it. And 2/3 are not going to do that. Let's obey the Bible. That's it. Okay, any questions about the class? Yeah, brother.
Oh, yeah. Kabash want to know if we could celebrate 4th of July. No, he didn't say that.
No. What's your name first, brother?
Oh, my name's Josiah.
Josiah, where you out of?
From Lee Road, but I'm from Miami, but I just moved to Orlando.
To Orlando. You know you're Israelite?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how long you been studying now?
About 4 months.
Okay, what tribe you from?
From tribe of Judah.
Okay, all praise. All right.
Now, but my only question is, right, when I know that the evil spirits come back over and over and try to tempt me, so I just need to know, because I know I'm going to study this, but I know every time that happens, I'm supposed to study specific scriptures for the specific spirits, or just, regardless, just pick up the Bible and study, period.
No, you would have to study what the situation is that you're dealing with. Meaning, and that's why it's good to come into class to learn, because that's the problem in churches, is that they don't know how to defend themselves against those spirits. It makes no sense studying the dietary law and you battling lust. That has nothing to do with it.
Because I had a problem with smoking cigarettes, right? But then when I seen that the scripture said that my body ain't even my body. My body is the most high on me. So I got to do what he say, and I can't destroy my temple. Exactly. That's basically like I'm taking a crap in the temple. So every time I see somebody with a cigarette or I smell one, I put that image in my mind like, nah, bro, you ain't finna do that, bro. Nah, bro, don't do that. But then other stuff, though, I kind of get tripped up because, like, I might be talking to my fiance and I might get pissed off. And that spirit might try to trip me up like, yeah, bro, don't smoke a cigarette, bro. Just get over it. So it's like I gotta keep.
I'm gonna read a couple scriptures for you. Let's go to, I'm gonna read Romans first. Romans, I think it's 8. Then I wanna go to Sirach. And that's a very good question, brother. 8:32, is it let them separate you from the love of God? 30, something like that? 35. Okay, very good question. And that's the mind we have. When situations arise, how do we extract from God's word to strengthen us? That's why people in church, they're so simple as hell, because they don't study what their issue is. So here we go. Now you said when the situation arises, meaning, you know, it might tempt you to go and smoke a cigarette. That is the devil trying to separate you from God. So let's read Romans 8. Verse 35.
Romans chapter 8, verse 35. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation?
Stop. Notice it says, who shall separate us from the love of Christ? But it's not a person here. It's going to give you an example of situations. Shall it be tribulation? Tribulations isn't a who. It's something you go through. Is that going to separate any of us from the love of Christ? Many of you are uncertain. Is tribulation going to separate you from the love of Christ? No. It shouldn't. Read on.
or distress,
or distress going to separate you? Read on.
or persecution.
Is persecution supposed to do it?
No.
Come on, let's read on.
Or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword.
Read on.
As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter.
Read.
Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that loved us.
Listen what it says. Nay, these things are not separated from God, but we are conquerors. We're supposed to overcome those things. Even those things may come about, we're supposed to now understand that in God's laws, we have to overcome that. We can't allow that to bind us down. Now watch this. Go from that to Sirach 2.
Verse 1.
Start with 1.
Ecclesiasticus, Sirach chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
So the Lord is telling us, that's the difference between us and church. People go to church and they say, I got dipped in water and I'm baptized and everything's good. No, this truth, when you come as truth, the fight just begins. Now it's time for you to gird yourself up. So if you're not girding yourself up, the Bible says prepare yourself, because temptation is going to come. For each and every one of us, temptation is going to come on some level. In your level, you're arguing with your fiance and say, yo, go smoke a cigarette. That's your temptation. Now, if you're studying about the dietary law, where you have no problem with that, but you're not studying that your body is a temple of the Most High, when that temptation comes, what's going to happen? You're going to fall. Like the bishop was giving you an example earlier in sports. You know, when there's a champion fight, that fighter is preparing. He knows that, okay, that opponent is going to throw a left jab. I got to know how to counter and duck. But if you don't prepare, you're going to keep on getting hit with the left jab until it knocks you out. So it says what? Read it again. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Meaning you better study these scriptures. Read on. Set thy heart aright. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. What do I need to know? What is the will of God? What is my shortcomings? What are my flaws? And how do I strengthen them? Read on. And constantly endure. In all things, that is the single most important thing. To endure. All of you, all of us, we only lose when we give up. You continue fighting to get better. It doesn't mean that you sin and you go back and you say, sorry, you sinned. But some people sin and they go, oh, to hell with it. I'm no good. That's it. God don't love me. That's the devil. You have to endure, constantly endure tribulation, persecution, whatever it might be. You go back to the Bible and you get your strength that we're all conquerors. Read on. And make not haste in time of trouble. Give me a new point. For all of you, I can tell you a direct cause of sinning. This Bible's closed. I seriously doubt any of you are reading the scriptures and thinking about how I'm going to break God's laws. It's only when you depart from this and you close this and you get occupied with idle time that you get caught up in your sin. Cleave unto him. Open this. Read on. And depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Read. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Take it cheerfully. And be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. And when you're going through hard times, prepare yourself for that. Read on. For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. So the Lord is telling you, the way I know that you're my disciple is you're going to catch hell. And we're going to see what you're going to do. You got problems, arguments, whatever it might be, but cleave to me, and you'll be made a conqueror in that. All right? So you understand it, brother? All praises.
Exactly. What I want to say regarding that, when you study, it got to be scripture specific. Scripture specific. Everybody know what I mean? Scripture specific. Churches don't teach you that. This is what they do. Give me John 11:35. They'll just say, read the Bible. And this is what you'll read. You got a problem with smoking, homosexuality, lesbianism, and you're going to study John 11:35. Read that.
John chapter 11, verse 35. John chapter 11, verse 35. Jesus wept.
Right. That ain't helping you with your problem. That is not helping you with your problem. So
read scripture specific to what you're dealing with. Give me a Sirach 6:32 in the Apocrypha. Prayer is good, like we read earlier, prayer and faint not. Pray and practice. Pray and practice. Practice what? Practice the scriptures that you're reading upon. Read that.
What verse, Elder?
Verse 32.
Sirach chapter 6 verse 32. My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent.
Apply. That means apply means application. Apply means application. Apply means practice. Prayer and practice. Prayer and practice. You got a cigarette smoking problem? Pray and practice overcoming. That's what you have to do. How do you apply? Put down the cigarette. Throw the cigarette away. Stop smoking the weed. Give me Titus 2 about sober. For the weed, because once you go from nicotine fit, you're gonna go to weed. It's so I know. Don't ask me how I know, but I know. Give me that. Is that what I want? You know, shoot from the hip.
Titus chapter 2 verse 6. Titus chapter 2 verse 6. Young men, likewise, exhort to be sober-minded.
Exhort to be sober-minded. So that goes with smoking weed, cigarettes. That go because you got some of the nicotine. I don't know what's in nicotine, but there's some kind of thing they say that affects the mind. Formaldehyde, whatever it is. But you got, that's another way that Esau has us locked in this society. Even, you know, I'm gonna show you how you know it's a demon on you. I sit back, you ever watch those commercials? I used to like to swim. I can't swim no more in Puerto Rico. You ever see them commercials? Or the dude got the oxygen. I be looking at things like, damn, I'll never smoke again. But you got a demon when you look at that and go, hey, hand me that cigarette right there. Look at that, that's messed up. That's a demon. That is a demon on you. It's like the homo. You see somebody drop dead of AIDS and go, give me a condom. No, that's a demon on you. You see people dropping dead all around you from this, that, and all that. You still want to go headlong into that sin. That's a demon. Same with adultery. Same with adultery. Get them dead, same diseases, and drop dead, and you still go. Give me 1 Corinthians 10:13.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13. There hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man.
So whatever we going through is common to man. There's no new sin that you got in your mind. It's all common to man. Go ahead.
But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able.
Whatever you're going through, God knows you can handle it. You can deal with it. You can overcome it. Any of you brothers and sisters, y'all fast, right? If you fast, raise your hand so I know. Okay, when we fast, we're denying our bodies the desires to eat food and drink water, right? We're denying a pleasure that we have that's naturally in us. If you can deny yourself for a day the pleasures of eating and drinking, within you have the power to deny yourself whatever other lust, whether it's sex, smoking a cigarette. That's what fasting shows you, the power within. Who am I confusing? Anybody confused? Abaddon, you confused? Yaquab, you confused? Oh, brother got a hand raised. Yes, brother, you're confused. Come on, stand up.
I ain't never fasted before.
Okay.
I ain't never fasted before. Like, this is my first time.
Okay.
So is it okay to like pre-fast? Like try to get myself.
I don't know what a pre-fast is. When you you can prepare yourself to fast, meaning you're gonna eat foods that have liquids in it, like eat a lot of watermelons, cantaloupe, some of things like that.
Because I don't want to be in the middle of fasting and make a mistake and God kill me. I ain't trying to die like that.
I understand.
I ain't trying to die.
Before you fast, you want to prepare your body, prepare your mind. The way you prepare your body, you eat foods and drink liquids. Don't sit around eating chicken and steak before you fast.
Yeah.
You want fruits and vegetables that got liquids in it, and drink lots of water. That's what you want to do before you fast. That'll help you.
Do you mind me saying something about, I don't want to change the gear of the subject, but fasting is to show you that you have the self-restraint to withhold yourself from eating or drinking, then you have that same strength to refrain from anything else if you want to. Sometimes people think fasting is, I'll go through the motion of not eating and it takes away everything else. That means I won't lust, I have that. No, it's to show you that you have the strength to endure. Now watch this. Let's go to Sirach real quick. Sirach 34.
Sirach chapter 34 verse 25. He that washeth himself after the touching of a dead body, if he touch it again, what availeth his washing?
Read on.
So is it with a man that fasteth for his sins, and goeth again, and doeth the same. Who will hear his prayer? Or what doth his humbling profit him?
Because some people fast and think, okay, I'm showing Lord that I'm trying to change, and you go back and do the same thing. No, fasting is to teach you that you have the power within you to stop anything. Now, I was a smoker. I smoked cigarettes. And I'm telling you, I know what it was. And when I knew I was over smoking cigarettes is when I was able to eat something and I didn't need a cigarette, or have a drink and I didn't need a cigarette. Now, how did that happen? Like you said, there's a fear that come on you. You don't want to fast and God kill you. So you have a healthy mind knowing that I'm not going to do it. Now watch this. You know that stove, you turn that stove on, that stove get hot. Would you ever put your hand on that stove? No, because you know there is an immediate judgment or immediate feeling you're going to have. You got to feel like that about God's commandments, and you'll never do it. You smoke afterwards because you're telling yourself, oh, nothing bad's going to happen. You got to look at everything's bad's going to happen. This one cigarette here is going to be the reason why I got throat cancer tomorrow. This one whore there is the reason why I'm going to get AIDS tomorrow. If we sin because we're not daunted with fear. But when we have fear, it's healthy in your mind. So nothing should separate you from the love of God. Nothing should come to you to pull you away from keeping God's commandments.
When you see a good-looking woman, she might be bad to the bone. So I can't do it, brother. Yeah, you could do it. You could overcome that. Just imagine she got AIDS. Your thing will go like this. Well, all excitement's going to be gone. Go back to 1 Corinthians 10:13.
1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13. There have no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that you are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape.
So there's several ways of escape that God has given us. Prayer and practice, fasting. Another one that we never like to talk about, don't like to talk about, but that we all know about, is fellowship with the brothers. How many of us are sitting around each other thinking about a big butt woman? We don't do that. How many of us sitting around thinking about smoking? We ain't doing it when we with each other. Remember, it says how beautiful, I can't quote.
How beautiful brothers to dwell together in unity.
Exactly.
It's like the precious ointment.
Exactly. It's that precious ointment. Because when you come around brothers and sisters, you're not sitting around, I want to look at a porn. That's not entering your mind. You sitting there, we're going over scriptures. Our mind is far from sin. It's when we get that alone time, that me time, that's when the mind starts playing tricks. That's when all the lust start coming back. Who is it? Lust. I'm back. I thought I got away with that stuff. Them demons always come back. Like it says, remember with Christ. It says Satan tempted him and it said, I can't quote, what did it say? He left for a season or a time, something like that, for a season.
It always returns.
He always comes back.
But as the bishop was saying, if you surround yourself around, here's like you saying, if you pray fast, if you surround yourself around brothers and sisters that's in the truth and are doing this, it's going to be hard for you to come to that, because you're not going to say, hey, you got a lighter? You're not going to ask those questions. You're not going to ask, you got a cigarette? You won't be going to stuff. But when you have that alone time and you're going through whatever, or you're around ungodly people who do smoke, it's easy to fall susceptible to it. Observe the time, who you're around. But it's good, brother. You have the right questions. Now it's time to apply those things.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.